Hello, I'm Cynthia Schiller. Please like and subscribe where we help and heal with daily videos. We're going to talk about this whole relationship thing, what went wrong, why the narcissist leaves or causes us to leave. Basically, as you've probably heard, they kind of see us as items, and that's kind of hard to grasp, especially when after all the love bombing, things seemed like perfect, like we were the luckiest people in the world. Thought everything was going good. And it's kind of like them buying a shiny new car. They work really hard to get what they want. And once they have it, little things start going wrong. So they kind of, hold on to it for a while. And then they start seeing new and exciting things, all new makes and models year after year. So they hang on to their car. It's getting them by. It's giving them kind of what they need. But they start getting irritated with little things. The radio doesn't turn up as loud as it should. The window takes a little too long to roll down. Kind of like us. At first, shiny and new, everything's perfect. But over time, things happen, and they will stay as long as their needs are being met, and nothing that's easy will tempt them to go somewhere else. Kind of like with that new car. Let's say it doesn't work anymore. And we're sitting here saying, let's fix it. Let's fix it. It's easily fixable. And it's overwhelming to fix the relationship to the narcissist because they don't know how. They don't know how to fix the car. They don't know how to fix the relationship. So instead of, it's an analogy, instead of sitting there studying how to fix something, to even recognize what is wrong, they don't know how to recognize what is wrong because it's out of their realm of understanding. And you can tell them, take the engine, connect it to this and the caliper, and on and on. And it's like, I have no clue what you're talking about. So when we do that with the relationship, like, all we got to do is this, and can't we communicate? And, could you talk a different way? But then they get irritated that we're giving them suggestions or kind of bombarding something that's uncomfortable for them. And they don't want to put in all that effort to figure out how to fix a relationship. They start getting resentful. And it's just like the car. Will they keep that car if they're homeless and the car doesn't run? They'll keep it out of necessity. They'll be ticked off. They'll stay, just like in a relationship. If they have no other avenue to escape, they might stay because at that time it's serving their needs. Just like if they're homeless, they need that car. But they're ticked off at it. They hate the car. They're even extra angry at it. But it's getting them by. It's serving their needs, but it's an item that they still resent. And then if we end up leaving, it's because we're like, it's easily fixable. Let's try to fix it. I'll offer suggestions. I'll work with you. And we keep doing that over and over. And they won't let us even do our part to fix it. So it starts getting worse. Let's say they're tinkering around and they're doing it the wrong way. They can make the car worse. Like they can make the relationship worse. So we offer viable suggestions that they just don't take. So a lot of you have held on and finally like, if you're not going to let me fix it, I know how to fix it. We walk away. We just got too fed up. And then as soon as we like move on with our lives, that's when they come back. They see, where they've gone on, they've left that car, the car's been abandoned. We come back and fix like our soul. We'll say it's our soul now. So we fix what was broken. And then they're like, wow, like I want that back. Not even necessarily to keep, but to just use. And in the narcissistic relationship, we are seen as items, and they don't want to fix the parts that are wrong. They want to use, in the car analogy, they want to use the item till it no longer serves its purpose or until something better comes along. They will keep us or that car as long as it serves their purpose. So depending on what their need is how long they'll stay. But what they feel inside is what matters in a relationship. Like, I don't want somebody to marry me who hates me. I don't want somebody to marry me for my money, things like that. Like, I want somebody to love me. And you go through the ups and downs instead of, constantly devaluing you. Where you make it through the hard times. You know, the car breaks down. This is our car. This was our first car. Let's keep it forever. And you just go through time and you fix what breaks. A lot of times with car maintenance, if you do the little maintenance, your car can last a lot longer, maybe forever, who knows, but it will definitely last a lot longer. That's why you're supposed to do your oil changes. And that's what we tried doing in our relationship. Like, you know, it hurt me that you bailed on our family activity. And we try to communicate, like, next time, can we just make sure if we're going to do it that we commit to it and follow through. You fix the little things as opposed to having everything blow up out of proportion. Now the relationship or the car is on its last leg, to where it has no value to the narcissist. But that's what is so hard, is we still value it. We see the good in it. It has value. They see it as zero value. We see it as, at least, you know, let's sell the tires, let's scrap metal it, it's worth something, as like kind of an analogy of let's at least be friends, you know, keep the tires or sell the tires, that's something out of the relationship that didn't just like get thrown away. And that's the hardest part, is they can't even see the value of the scrap metal of the relationship, to where they ghost you, they ignore you, there's no respect, they smear campaign you. It's just to protect them. They don't want to take accountability that they ran the car or the relationship into the ground, that they didn't do the maintenance, especially when the maintenance was suggested to them. And if you look back on how often they offered suggestions, were there suggestions on, you know, we should start doing this together, or every Saturday, let's make sure we do this, or was it, you know, in a controlling way, or a demeaning way, to where we had to up our game, we had to serve their needs? And it is kind of like, you know, we are items if you think about it. And that's the hardest part. Something to think about. The most frustrating part is they're like, I know how to fix it. Let me fix it. Oh, you can help me. I'll teach you. And they have no desire to learn, because it overwhelms them. And they just kind of want to push it aside. It's just too much. It's just too much. Like, I'm not going to go to mechanic school to fix my car in real life. But in a relationship, like, I would have gone through my whole life learning and adjusting and working with your partner, just to have, like, you think about it too, though, that you would think that they want that love bombing high, and they can only get it if they let us be us. And we have to be us, because, like I keep saying, like, it is the mirroring, where they feed off of our energy, our happiness, our confidence, and that's who we are. So get back to that. Be yourself, be your best self, because they've knocked us down to where we're exhausted because we keep trying to be us. And I remember with my ex, I'm like, I can't be myself, because I'm walking on eggshells. I'm trying to talk to him in this like messed up way, explaining why I would like a text back, and why, you know, or can we just commit to, you know, respond, or if you have me on blocked. I mean, it's like a mess. And, you know, crying over, you know, we have something great, they promise you something, and then they ghost you, and you're like, I just can't take it anymore. And I would get to my breakdowns, like wailing, like you just murdered my whole family, like screaming to where my neighbors next door could hear while the doors were closed. Severe pain, even explaining how deeply the pain was. They still don't care, because it kind of strokes their ego. It's kind of mind blowing. And it's just like the car, you know, it's exciting and new. They worked for it. Now they own it, and it's all downhill from here. The car's never going to get better. There might be a little paint nicks. There might be, you know, it runs a little rougher. The tire blew. Now you got to fix that. The brakes are gone. Now we got to fix that. Everything's going wrong with the car, and I'm sick of fixing it, because they just expect what they expect. But they forget, in relationships, just like cars, There is maintenance. And the more you fix the little things, the more you avoid the big problems. But it just gets out of hand. The car breaks down, the relationship breaks down, and they'll stay as long as it serves their purpose. Is it the shelter they need until they can find something else? Are we their shelter till they can find something else? And they're ticked off the whole time instead of appreciative. They're like, oh my God, thank God I have this car to survive till, we can fix it. It's just too overwhelming for them. So please like and subscribe. And I look forward to seeing you tomorrow. Have a good day.